Hello, this is Jason Matthews. I'm a recently retired law enforcement officer. I was also a use of force instructor and a taser instructor during my career. And in this video, I'm going to be commenting on this public domain video that was released out of Florida. I'll be giving you my perspective based on my training and experience and providing you some information that the general public doesn't know about law enforcement. I'll be watching and reacting to what I'm seeing in real time, just like you. Stay to the end to watch the full video without commentary. But before we get started, if you like and support the police, click the like button. And if you do not like and support the police, click the dislike button. It's anonymous, and I'm just curious of where you stand. Okay, let's get started. I've already seen a few things that have happened in this video so far that I want to comment on that I think are worth explaining to you, the public. So let me go ahead and move back to the beginning of the video, and I will comment on what I saw.
What's the vehicle again? Silver Saturn SUV with a headlight out.
Silver Saturn SUV with a headlight out. Why are they mentioning that? They need probable cause to stop a vehicle. So that could be, for example, a headlight being out. That's a traffic violation. It's an equipment violation. And also, it could be a variety of different things. It could be an expired registration. It could be that they crossed over the fog line too many times. It could be that they crossed over a double yellow line. And it could be a whole different variety of different circumstances and laws, and every jurisdiction is different based on traffic law. But they need probable cause to stop a vehicle.
Copy. Let's light it up.
Let's light it up. What does that mean? For those of you who are not aware, basically all it means is let's turn on our overhead lights, our blue and reds, and light it up. And the reason why they are doing that, so the occupant, the driver, the operator of the vehicle knows that the police want them to either move over in the case of an emergency, or in this case, for them to pull over and stop for the police, for a vehicle stop.
31 Central, we got blue lights on. Captain about it.
So now they've not only turned on their overhead lights, what we would call the blue and reds, but now they've also activated an audible signal to the operator to pull over because the operator is not pulling over. So this is standard procedure in most areas. First, you will activate the overhead lights, and then if there's no response, then there will be an audible siren.
Not stopping. Slow speed, still southbound, coming up to Division.
He's on the inside lane. He's coming up Division right now. There's a truck turning right in front of him. We're shut down.
We are shut down. What does that mean? That basically means that they're stopped and they can't proceed any further. And it appears that the operator is stopped because of this truck that they mentioned, and they are also because they are behind this other vehicle.
All right, he drove around the stop sticks. I'm still behind him.
He drove around the stop sticks. What is that? Basically what that is if they know that there's going to be a pursuit, the police, law enforcement, they will normally send a vehicle up ahead if they know the route that the operator is likely to take, or they'll send out several different units in different directions where they believe that that vehicle that is evading is going to pass by. And then they will throw out these spikes, and they're retractable. And so they'll throw out the spikes hoping that the operator will not see them, and they'll drive over the top of them, and that will puncture the tire. But it looks like in this video that the operator has been able to observe them and drive around them.
We're driving 32 miles. I'm sorry, this is 1 Charlie 34. Looks like he just got hit by sticks.
Looks like he just got hit by sticks. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So that what he's saying is he believes that the operator just ran over those spikes that were thrown out. And as you saw on the right-hand side, there was another police vehicle. That was probably another officer throwing out the spike sticks or whatever they're called in each jurisdiction, and the operator ran over them. So it appears to me, just from what I was seeing and hearing, that there were several attempts to throw out the spike strips. And on one attempt, this latest attempt, the operator did run over them.
He's got to have a flat tire because I can smell it. Never mind, we're pulling into the 7-Eleven. He might be trying to head back up. Felony stop. Hey, come around to this side.
Now, as you can see, that officer has his firearm out. Why is that? Could be a couple different things. They've ran the license plate possibly, and they realize that this individual has a criminal history, for example, and they've associated that vehicle license plate with a driver's license, and so they know the history of this individual. Also, if someone is running from the police, that's a major red flag, and the normal person would not try to evade the police. So that's just a precaution.
Driver! Driver! With your right hand!
You see how this officer is set up? He opened the door to a vehicle. And so what he's doing, he's creating a barrier in case there is a firefight here. And this is a good place to be for law enforcement because it gives them a barrier, probably the best barrier where they can actually look out and see the vehicle, but they're covered. So if shots start ringing out and shots start coming down range to their area, that's between the engine, which would probably, in many cases, absorb most type of ammunition that would be fired at police.
Take your keys out of the ignition and throw them out the window. Do it.
So what's happening now is called a high-risk vehicle stop. On a high-risk vehicle stop, police are going to be yelling out commands and getting behind barriers with weapons drawn. And that's what this has turned into. And so these are standard procedures that law enforcement use.
Do it now. Driver, roll the window down. Do it now.
Normally what would happen on a high-risk vehicle stop like this is the officer will be using the intercom system instead of yelling. But sometimes I've done it before also where I forgot to get on the microphone, the intercom, and just started yelling out commands because adrenaline is running high right now. And so tunnel vision is happening right now to this officer.
We're getting ready to start up, Rob.
Driver of the Silver Saturn. Driver, we can see you reaching for things in the vehicle. Do not reach for anything. Let us see your hands.
See, that was what I was talking about. Now he's been able to get on the intercom and start talking to the operator of the vehicle, the driver of the vehicle, instead of yelling with his voice. He's using the intercom because it's louder and it's more direct. And this is a very high intense situation for the officer because if this person is not exiting the vehicle, that is a major, major red flag. This is a very dangerous situation.
Okay, back glass only. Okay, we're dumping it full of OC pepper spray.
Okay, so all we're doing is moving up to break
Correct.
that back window. Good to go. Okay, so you are nothing but the shield with both hands. Number 2 guy can break the glass. If you don't want to do it, I'll
get
get
to board. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Slow.
Push your car behind, that's better.
We have a beanbag, so just be careful. Tell them.
So what they're doing now is they're organizing a team. This is very well organized for a department. Most, I'm going to say most, but a lot of departments do not have this type of organization. And so what they're doing is they're getting a team. They borrowed this from the military tactics, because when I was in the military, we used these type of tactics also in law enforcement and in the military. So law enforcement has borrowed a lot of these tactics from the military. And so they're very organized in what they're doing, which is extremely critical, because something could definitely go wrong in a circumstance like this. If they start getting shot at, they have a plan, they have tactics, and everything's been thought out ahead of time.
Tell them with sympathetic fire that they don't hear that shit go off.
Okay, guys, careful. They're gonna use it. It's gonna sound like a real gun. Okay.
Move.
Slow down a little bit.
Stop. Good. There you go. Watch this protein tank too. Please get behind me more if you can. Break it. Break it.
Stop preaching! Stop preaching! Right. Let's go. Let's back off. Let's back.
Now they're breaking the back window, and they're doing that so they can throw in the pepper spray or OC or whatever it is they're using. And what he just used to break that window, you saw him pull something off of his belt. That's called a collapsible baton. Why is it called a collapsible baton? Because in order to close it, you have to collapse it. And in order to unfurl it, or whatever name you want to give that, to get it out and get it completely at full length, you have to pull it out and slap it down towards the ground. Or you could do it towards the air. But that's what he's using. It's a steel baton.
Back off. Come on. Back out. Let's go.
OC!
Come out. Walk backwards. Hands up. Walk backwards. Walk backwards. Put your hands up. Get on the ground. Get on the fucking ground now.
Now, this is very dangerous right now, because this individual is not obeying commands. He is to a degree, but it looks very suspicious. He's has his hands up, but then he doesn't have his hands up. He has his hands down by his waistband. This is extremely high risk right here. And that's why they had that dog out. They can release that dog at any time.
You're going to get bit. Get on the ground. Gotcha, man. Put your hands out like an airplane.
Put your hands out like an airplane. This is a law enforcement tactic. It's pretty universal, I think, at this point. There may be some departments or agencies that do something different, but arms out like an airplane, they're doing that for a reason, to put him at a tactical disadvantage. And that way they can see his arms out if they're out like an airplane on his sides, and they can go in and grab one of those hands when they go in to make the arrest and to put handcuffs on. They're easy to see, and he's at a disadvantage right now.
Yes. Don't move. This side. Come up, cuff him. Don't move.
I had a headlight out. Hey, careful with that powder. It'll fuck you guys up. It's not nice.
And because I had a headlight out, he asked me to roll the window down. So I rolled the window down. And when I went to roll the window down,
Sit up.
sit on your butt.
Okay. Sit on your butt. There you go. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Up. Move over here.
You hear what he said, the officer, he said, get on your knees and then 1, 2, 3, get up. This is the standard procedure. This is training that law enforcement goes through on how to handle someone who has been handcuffed because we don't want to hurt them. So it's from a prone position, then they get them on their knees, then they have them step up and get to their feet. This is all pre-planned. This is not something that is off the cuff. This is not random. This is not general. This is training right here, and this is exactly how law enforcement is training, and they're trained to do exactly as that officer just did.
I pulled over because he pulled me over. When he pulled my life over.
Okay, before I play the full video without commentary, if you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. Take care and have a great day.
What's the vehicle again? Silver Saturn SUV with a headlight out. Copy.
Let's let it up.
Central, we got blue lights on, attempting to stop it. Not stopping. Slow speed, still southbound, coming up to Division.
He's on the inside lane. He's coming up Division right now. There's a truck turning right in front of him. We're shut down. All right, he drove around the stop sticks. I'm still behind him. We're driving 32 miles. I'm sorry, this is 1 Charlie 34. It looks like he just got hit by sticks. He's got to have a flat tire because I can smell it. Never mind, we're pulling into the 7-Eleven. He might be trying to head back up. Tell him stop. Hey, come around to this side. Driver! Driver! With your right hand, take your keys out of the ignition and throw them out the window. Do it now! Driver, roll the window down. Do it now.
We're getting ready to start up, Rob.
Driver of the Silver Saturn. Driver, we can see you reaching for things in the vehicle. Do not reach for anything. Let us see your hands.
Okay, back glass only. Okay, we're dumping it full of OC pepper spray.
Okay, so all we're doing is moving up to break that back window. Good to go.
That back corner.
Okay, so you are nothing but the shield with both hands. Number 2 guy can break the glass. If you don't want to do it, I'll get
it to board.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Slow.
Can we get your car behind us better?
We have a beanbag, so just be careful. Tell them with sympathetic fire that they don't hear that shit go off. And
Okay, guys, careful. They're gonna use it. It's gonna sound like a real gun. Okay.
Move.
Slow down a little bit.
Slow.
Good.
There you go.
Watch your crossfire. Yep, coming up.
Watch this propane tank too. Riz, get behind me more if you can.
Break it. Break it.
Stop preaching! Stop preaching!
That's good. Let's back off. Come on, back out. Let's go.
See it? I'm gonna send it.
OC!
Get out of the car now!
Come out! Walk backwards! Hands up! Hands up! Walk backwards! Walk backwards! Put your hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! You're gonna get bit! Get on like an airplane. Yes. Don't move. This side. Come on, cuff him. Don't move.
I had a headlight out. Hey, careful with that powder. It'll fuck you guys up.
Sir.
It's not nice.
And because I had a headlight out, he asked me to roll the window down. So I rolled the window down. And when I went to roll the window down,
Sit on your butt.
okay.
Sit on your butt. There you go. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Up. Move over here.
I pulled over because he pulled me over. When he pulled my life over,